Welcome back in to Talking Tech. Home team Brandon Leak, all-time leading passer at Georgia Tech, the College Football Hall of Famer, the Super Bowl champion, Joe Hamilton, Coach Sean Nerney. We are here looking a little bit at the past, but now looking forward to Georgia Tech and Pitt. First of all, Joe Hamilton, I know you're excited. It's homecoming, and to have the bye week, get some healthy bodies, and get a little bit of a recharge before you get out on the field from homecoming. It has to be a little bit extra in the coffers.
Yeah, it is extra, home team and Nerney, because it's the momentum. You're coming into homecoming off of a bye week, off of winning Coach Collins' first ACC game. So, you know, the expectations should be through the roof. No matter what happens now, Saturday, the expectations should be there, and everybody that's attached, alumni, sponsors, you know, former players, should just explode. And I'm begging you, let's explode Bobby Dodd. Show those guys, I think they've earned it. Show those guys energy, passion, enthusiasm, because they've worked hard, got better each and every week, just like Coach Collins has been preaching.
Yeah, and really that message all year long is that, you know, it's not about wins and losses. We're trying to get better every single week and try to keep these players enthusiastic and ready to go. I mean, the payoff that you got from that Miami victory,
right,
the momentum you picked up, it's all those players that, you know, it is tough at times when you're in the middle of a rebuild or transition that you're in to show up every day and you know, give 100% and you know, have the mentality that you're going to, you know, go out there and give it your all. But when you get a win like that, it just kind of validates everything for the players, and it gets another week or two of, you know, enthusiasm out of your guys. And I think it's set up perfectly to have the homecoming game, yourself, a lot of other alumni coming back to the field, and I know Geoff Collins is going to have plenty of recruits. By the way, picking up another highly touted recruit a week ago, a 4-star receiver that Geoff Collins signed. So just continuing to bring in the skill players as well.
Going back a little bit to the Miami game, and it also for me is going forward, I want to see defensively what I saw from the Jackets down in Miami, where you got the stops you needed. You were able to protect a lead late. You were able to come up with plays late in the fourth quarter and in overtime, plays after a fumble that could have changed the game. Those are the things I'm looking for defensively for the Jackets. How important is that for them to carry those good things over with hopefully fresher legs and some fresher bodies out there on the field this week?
Yeah, I talked to Coach Collins last week, Wednesday, and I was excited to ask him, hey, you know, what about that playbook? What about some more pages of that playbook that we haven't seen yet? And he said they were going to put something in at practice that day that was new, a wrinkle. And to your point about defensively 2 Saturdays ago against Miami, the opening play where you got that, or the opening drive where you got that sack, fumble, touchdown, that was not a scouted look by Miami. And then you know what? Oh, by the way, they ended the game on 4th and 4 with that same look. So now I'm looking for offensively and defensively, what did you do in the off week to have Pitt go through some unscouted look? Some of those guys feel comfortable with communications, being execute what you call. And let's be real, Coach Collins is still in the form of, we don't care about Pitt. We're caring about the development and the effort that those kids give, and I'm very, very excited about what's going to happen Saturday afternoon.
Most of the time, third down is, you know, that's your money down. That's the play that really matters. But, you know, I look at this Tech defense a little bit differently. I think the goal for them is to play as well as you possibly can, first and second down, to limit the opposing offense, Pitt's offense, a couple weeks ago, Miami's offense, just so you can give your secondary a chance on 3rd down and 4, 3rd down and 5. I don't care if it is a short 3rd down yards that they have to pick up. If you can get it to 3rd down and then lean on the talents you have in the secondary, because we talk about, you know, the front 7, we need to get some new bodies in here. Your secondary can compete with anybody out there. You have the talent back there to compete with everybody. It's a matter of getting to 3rd down to where you're making the opposing quarterback beat that secondary. And I think they did a great job of that, limiting the damage on 1st and 2nd down against Miami, and then putting it in the hands of that freshman quarterback. And you saw the Georgia Tech secondary step up big on 3rd down.
Absolutely. And the players are not going to be, you know, in a vacuum here, guys. The players are going to look at the Coastal and see that it's in their realm. You can possibly run the table and squeak backdoor in to Charlotte as far as the ACC championship. Is it likely? Some people would say no, but that's still on their that's in the forefront of their mind. So they're going to play like it. They're going to game plan like it. They're going to think that, you know, we can beat anybody building off of momentum. What about Jordan Mason? the way he's performing. I think you have to give credit to Coach Tashard Choice and his development, squeezing the ball. And if you happen to get it poked out, forget about that, on to the next play. The intricacies about the way these guys are getting coached right now, Coach Nerney, is really, really impressing me.
It's fantastic. I mean, Jordan Mason, he's been a stud all year long. I think nationally people are starting to take notice of the fact that this guy doesn't go down on first contact.
Right,
he
correct.
almost, once you hit him, you just kind of anger him a little bit more. I think it was a Pro College Focus last week, basically rated the top running backs in the ACC. Jordan Mason's right up there at the top as far as the Pro Football Focus ranking is. So keep giving him the rock. And then we saw a couple weeks ago the emergence of Jemias Griffin making it with a couple good touches. So maybe we'll see some more out of him.
And I want to ask you about that, Joe. Having the player that can hit the home run.
Yeah.
It's good to run between the tackles and get the first downs on third down. But having the home run hitter certainly would be an extra layer to a dynamic offense. Not really looking for,
Yes.
a whole lot at one time, but having somebody out there that can pop the big run certainly will give a lot of ammunition for Coach Collins and his staff.
You're right on the home team, and I tell you all the time, we speak about it all the time, that it is hard to drive 80 yards without a mistake. So if you can get chunk plays from your running back or Myron Brown, your other freshman, you will always take that. And one more thing to be added, because you're playing Jemias Griffin as a freshman or Myron Brown as a freshman, is why you were able to pick up recruits, wide receivers and other guys. That's why you're able to hold on to commits, although you only won 2 games, is because of the opportunity to come to the Institute and play right away.
I'm excited. Jacket Nation's excited. Joe Hammond, I know you're excited.
Man,
I know
very excited.
I know it's Saturday. I know you're
gotta
ready to get to the
calm
tailgate. I know you're ready to get to homecoming. Nerney's excited. We're all excited. And we'll see if they can build off the Miami win, the bye week. Almost perfect timing when you look at how the schedule is laid out. And we'll see if they can make it 2 in a row, which would certainly be a really good streak for Georgia Tech at this point. That'll do it for Talking Tech. We'll see you next week. I'm home team, Joe Hamilton, the College Football Hall of Famer, the all-time leading passer at Georgia Tech, and the Super Bowl champion, Coach Sean Nerney. We'll see you next week, Talking Tech.